G'day guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video we are going to talk about the weights on the 200, what GVM kit I've got installed and how I've gone about doing that, as well as taking this vehicle over a weigh bridge today completely empty to show you how much these things actually weigh. So stay tuned to find out more. Okay guys, so as some of you may know, I'm running a 2014 Toyota Landcruiser Sahara. This is a V8 twin turbo model. So let's go over some of the factory specifications on this vehicle. So the curb weight on this particular vehicle is 2,740 kilos. So that's with all your fluids included and about 10 to 20 litres of diesel, but nothing inside the vehicle loaded up. So with that in mind, you've got a factory GVM of about 3,350 kilos. So that gives you a loading carrying capacity of about 610 kilos. So today we're going to go over what basic mods we've done to this vehicle and show you just how quickly that loading capacity fills up, and then we're going to take it over the weigh bridge and see exactly what this car weighs. Okay guys, so this is the vehicle here. I have got a detailed video on all the modifications and setup we've done to this vehicle, but today we'll go over some of the real basics that have an impact on the weight. So starting off at the front, we have a ARB Deluxe bull bar on the front. We also have inside of that a carbon 12,000 pound winch, so that weighs about 23 kilos, and obviously some spotlights up there as well with all the wiring included. We've got no additional bash plates apart from that factory ARB bash plate at the front there and a couple of recovery points, but there are no further bash plates pushed back on this vehicle. Moving down the side of the vehicle, we do not have any steel side steps, we just have the factory side steps. We are running these Method racing rims, they're 18x9s. Have a look at my other video about our wheels and you might be surprised about how much weight they actually do add to your vehicle. We are running an aluminium Rhino rack platform, so they're not very heavy in general. And then moving to the back of the vehicle on the exterior, as you can see, there is no rear bar on this vehicle, and the reason I haven't included a rear bar and or side steps is mainly for that weight reason. So in the engine bay of this vehicle, we have got two batteries. These are slightly larger than the factory batteries that come with the car, but keeping in mind these 200s do come out with dual batteries anyway from factory. So yes, there may be a little bit of extra weight, but not much in total. So moving into the rear of the vehicle, we have a set of drawers installed by Custom Installations in WA. So these drawers are a wooden construction. They do have ball bearing runners. So they're not overly light, I think they're about 60 kilos empty, but then keeping in mind I have removed the two factory seats, the 6 and 7 seats in the rear vehicle, so that has saved about 45 kilos there. So a little bit extra weight in the back, but not a whole lot. So on the interior of this vehicle, there is nothing much that's going to significantly increase the weight of this vehicle. It's a fairly stock interior, not too much to comment on there. A few electronics and whatnot, but otherwise fairly stock standard. Same with the rear seats in the car as well. Apart from a couple of child seats in there, which don't seem to move very often, there is not much there that's going to increase the weight. Okay, so as you've seen those mods that we've added to the car there, we've set it up for a bit of touring and a little bit of four-wheel driving as well. So you could probably imagine that 610 kilo loading capacity fills up very quickly when you add some gear and some passenger to the car, and especially when you're towing and you've got to include that tow ball weight, and we do tow a caravan normally as well. So we've installed an ARB BP51 suspension system, and this comes with a GVM upgrade with it. It's a fairly easy process. ARB give you a certificate that you take to your nearest certified inspector. They'll look over the vehicle and they'll issue a new VIN plate for the car with that upgraded GVM. So we've gone for a stage 2 kit in this instance, and that comes with a GVM of 3,845 kilos. So that significantly increases that GVM and makes our life a lot easier when we're loading this car up. What we're going to do now is we're going to empty this car out completely. We're going to take everything out of the drawers, the glove box, center console, everything, and we're going to leave all the equipment in there that normally stays in there, like your electronics, and obviously the drawers will stay in, and we're going to take this car over a registered weigh bridge today empty, and we're just going to see how much extra weight all these sort of standard touring modifications make to the vehicle, and show you why you might need a GVM upgrade for your car as well. So stay tuned, let's get this done. there we go. That is all the gear removed from the inside of the car. So it turns out I have a lot more gear in the car than I thought I did when I'm not going on a trip. But anyway, so as we can see from the vehicle here, this is all empty now. So the drawers are empty. All the wing kits have been emptied out as well. Nothing left in there. I have emptied out the tailgate storage as well. But I have left the factory Toyota spare tyre changing equipment in there. I do normally carry a secondary jack in here, but that has been taken out as well. So the back is completely empty. Inside the vehicle, as you can see, nothing that has been left in there. So door pockets are empty, center console is empty, and the glove box has been emptied as well. I have left the child seats in the rear. I consider them to be a bit of a permanent fixture in our car. They don't seem to leave. So what we're going to do now is we are going to take this vehicle over to a registered weighbridge and see what it weighs just with those basic bolt-on mods that we have fitted at the moment. So let's get that done. Okay guys, so we're back from the weighbridge now. We've got it all weighed up. What I'd like to do though is I'd like to see what you guys think this vehicle weighs completely empty. So if you want to stick a guess down in the comments below, what do you reckon this vehicle weighs now with these basic mods and no gear? Anyway, just one thing I'd like to mention before we go on to the figures is on the way there we did fuel up the tanks as well. So this car has got a full 138 litres of diesel on board, and it was just myself in the driver's seat. So it's between 90 and 100 kilos there, otherwise it was empty. So guys, weights on this car, like I said before, stock GVM on these vehicles is 3,350 kilos. Over the weighbridge, as it is, as you see it now, no rear bars, no side steps, no long range fuel tanks, no second spares, nothing like that. With just me in the car and a full tank, we came in at 3,300 kilos. Now that is quite a surprise to me. It should be a surprise to a lot of you guys without GVM kits as well. This car does not have a lot of gear on it in comparison to some vehicles you see out there. Not towing, no gear inside, and no passengers other than myself. That is 50 kilos of stock GVM. I can't even put my wife or my kids in this vehicle without going over that stock GVM. So this just proves that you do need a GVM upgrade on these cars if you're going to load them up with a little bit of gear, just mild gear like this, nothing extreme, and you want to tow something or you want to go away camping. So the other thing I want to mention as well is this is the third time that I've weighed this vehicle. So the other two times I've had a slightly different setup, and I'll go through those figures as well. So the last time I weighed it, we had the caravan attached and we had our typical caravan setup. So as you can imagine, a lot of our gear from the vehicle goes into the van, and the van takes a bit of that weight. With that setup, obviously we had the fridge, the passengers, the fuel, all that sort of gear. The vehicle came in at 3,540 kilos. Now that's not including the downboard weight of the caravan itself, and in our case that's 180 kilos. So you've got to add that again to that weight, and you can see just how high that figure is starting to get now. Obviously, like I said, with the modified GVM, with the 3,845, we're still okay with that. Now the third time we had this car weighed was fully loaded without a van. So that's my family, 2 adults, 2 kids, all our camping gear, roof rack loaded with tents, sleeping bags. We had about 60 litres of water on board, fuel tanks again, and we went away camping for a weekend on the Holland track. Now that time the vehicle came in at 3,710 kilos. So that's pushing it pretty close to that GVM. Yes, there's a bit of wiggle room in there, but that's not towing. So if you wanted to add a camper trailer or even a box trailer on that, and you had a 100 kilo downboard weight, well then you're right up there on that GVM. So it just goes to show how important a GVM upgrade is on these vehicles if you want to set them up like this. Okay guys, so that concludes today's video. Look, I'm pretty interested in what you guys are running on your cars. So if any of you guys have had some mods fitted, maybe similar or a bit more, a bit less to your vehicles and the setups that you're running, be interested to see what sort of weights you guys are running and how you deal with that GVM issue that these 200s come with. So stick a comment down below if you want to. You can also find us on Facebook or Instagram at Exploring Oz. If you have any questions about what we've done, about the GVM kit, about our weights, or how we've gone about measuring today, send us a message. message. I'm more than happy to help you out and answer all the questions you have. So look, I hope this video was informative for you and gave you some information on these cars, and maybe if you are considering purchasing one of these vehicles, definitely factor in that if you're going to be doing some of this stuff to the vehicle, you're going to need that GVM upgrade. So hope you enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks guys.